So hello everyone. In previous video that we have discussed about the main activity, like we have created some UI for the main activity and also created this layout for the main activity, like we have the button and the recycle view. So in this video we are going to discuss about the register student activity, like how user is going to register the student from the local database. So let's get started. So in previous video that we have created the class called as the register student activity. So let's click on it and open it. Okay, so in this class that we also need to write some code for registration. So let's remove this r.layout.activity register. We are going to use the view binding in place of this. So we have to use some private latent variable like view model and student and current student and all. So let's get started. So first of all we have to write a private latent var, and we are going to create a view model for the student view model, and we are going to use the same view model for the activity main and for the register activity. So this is the same view model, and then after we have to create one more latent variable which is binding. So for binding it is basically it is for the activity register binding. So we have to just pass the binding dot root here, and we need to initialize it as well. So how we can initialize it? We can initialize by using the binding equal to activity register student dot bind or dot inflate, which is layout inflator. Okay, so once we pass the layout inflator, we can just use this binding node root here. So let's initialize our view model as well. So for view model we have to write view model provider, view model provider. In this view model provider we have to pass our context, which is the this, and by using this we have to write get, and we have to pass the view model class. So this is student view model colon class.java. So by this we can write the view model code, and in this we have to also getting some intent here. So let's write, we have to use one more variable here. Let's create, it is also private late init var, and this late init it is not a late init var, actually it is a var. Okay, because it is initialized instantly here. What we can do, we have to use the current student. Okay, so this is the name that we are going to use, equal to like student colon, it is a type of student. Okay, so which can be null as well, so we can initialize it by using null. So in this current student equal to intent, we are using the intent. Okay, dot get parsable extra, get parsable extra. In this get parsable extra you are getting the student. Okay, so by using this student class we can just use it. Okay, so what is happening here, uh, so what is the error that we are facing? Require student, which is a parsable. We can see a require student and we are getting the parsable value. Okay, so in student what we are getting here, okay, what we are passing from the main activity, Okay, so we have to just write some code for this activity main. So we will fix it by in next video, like approximately like. And for this we are using the new one, which is called the current student, which will be basically not null dot. We are using some scope function here. Let, okay, if it will be the null, so we are using some UI content called as the edit text and the first name last name. So let's create the UI first, and then we are going to write all the initialization here. So let's get started with the UI part. So once you click on this, you will redirect it to this page, and you have to write the UI here. So what we have to do, we have to write some edit text. Let's close all the windows. Okay, and just start writing here. So we have to change this layout. First of all, it is a linear layout. Okay, and in this linear layout we have to write all our things. So first, secondly, we have to give the orientation is vertical, and we have to give the padding, which is 16 dp, and we are going to use the edit text, which is we are going to give the width will be the match parent, and the height will be the wrap content, and hint we are going to provide is the first name. Okay, it's the first name. We are just uh, getting close this, and we also need to provide some ID here, ID, which is @ID, edit first name, edit first name. Okay, so this will be the ID, and now we have to getting some more edit text, like last name, roll number, school name, and we also need a button, and we also need a button delete. So let's create some more edit text by copying paste this. Okay, so this is the first name, and this is the last name, and this is the roll number, roll number, and we need to change the ID, and we also use one school name as well. Okay, school name, and then we have to create two more buttons as well. So let's write up code for the button delete, sorry, the height will be the width will be the match parent, and width will be the height will be the wrap content, and text for this is for save, and we have to give the ID as well, which is ID button save, button save. Okay, so this will be the ID here, and this is first for the edit school name. Okay, and we need to change this ID for this roll number, edit roll number. Okay, and we also need to change this to last name. Okay, so once we have the save button, once we have the edit text and all, so we can just close it, and we have to create one more button for deletion. So width will be the wrap content, width will be the match parent again, and the wrap content. So in this we have to write some text for delete. Okay, delete. And we have to set this visibility gone. This will go on. Just close it and give an ID here. That ID button delete. So this will be the ID for the all of them. So we can see visible here. So here we can see once we get first on the screen, like we don't have any we just need to register a new student, then the visibility will be the visible, otherwise the visibility will be the gone. So let's set it gone by default. Okay, so this is the our UI. Here is the padding, so we have to give some margin as well from the last name. So uh, write the margin top will be the 16 dp and copy paste this code here and paste it here, paste it here, and just paste it here as well, and also you can paste it here. Okay, so that's all about this UI part, and let's write some code in the current student as well. So now what we have to do, we have to initialize all the things. Okay, so we are going to use some variable called as the binding dot edit first name. Okay, in this first name we have to set the text here is it dot first name. Okay, and it dot last name as well, and then we have to copy paste this code again and again for getting the data. So control D okay, so we have first name and it is edit last name, and we have to change this for the last name, and this is for the roll number, and this is for the school name. Okay, and this is last name, this is for edit roll number, and this is for edit school name. Okay, so we are getting the data from here, and then we are setting it here, and once we click on the save button, what is going to happen? So binding dot button save, sorry, dot button save dot set on click listener. In this click listener we are going to do something like we are going to save the data. So let's create a variable here, val student type of variable, and then in this we have to pass the student variable. So student, in this we have to pass some of the things like id and all. So id will be the auto increment, then we have written some just code and just paste it here. Okay, so edit roll number here. Okay, so this is the id, is the current student id, so it can be null or it can be 0. So these are the things that we are going to initialize it here. So in this, once the student id is created, so we can use our view model for setting view model dot insert, we have to pass the student here. Okay, so once we have click on this button save, we can get the student and just use it here. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to just click on finish for exiting our activity. So that's all for this video. In next video we are going to handle this problem as well, and we are going to use the handling the current student, that it can be null or if it can be any other thing, like we are going to get the text from the user thing. So we are just handling it. So that's all for this video. So being with us, continue with us, and we are going to complete this project as soon as possible. So thank you very much.